Welcome to girls high school basketball here on NKTelco Sports. Along with Jeff Coilhorse, I'm Dave Kanapke. Tonight we're at Minster High School where the Minster Wildcats take on the New Knoxville Rangers. Knoxville Rangers 2-1, Jeff, on the season. Looks like they don't have a lot of numbers, but they got a good, solid team again under Coach Hagemeyer.
Yeah, Coach Hagemeyer finds a way with limited numbers year in and year out to find a way to get it done. And a tough squad, not a lot of scoring going on. The squad right now averaging about 35 points a game, but the defense is there like it always is for Coach Hagemeyer. They lost at Bath in the finals to Bath, and then they came back and won against Houston, but they've had 9 days off, so they've had a little bit of a break, had time to get things prepared, and hopefully get their legs fresh and ready for tonight.
The opponents of Minster Wildcats 2-0 on this season, 1-0 in the MAC. They come off a big win on Tuesday night over Versailles. Jeff, it looks like Wildcats lost a lot of seniors last year, but looks like another year they've reloaded under Coach Nan Sexually.
Yeah, Nan finds a way as well. We had two very good coaches here tonight. And beating Versailles the other night was a big win, as you know, Versailles has been at the top for a while at the MAC with Minster and New Knoxville. So rough start here of the season for the Wildcats when you see Versailles and New Knoxville in back-to-back games, but they have the talent, they have the team, they have some good numbers, they get to the line, they shot the ball well. We'll see how good they do here tonight after a game just 2 days ago, though.
New Knoxville and Minster should be a good MAC battle. We'll be right back with the starting lineups here on NKTelco Sports.
Visit the Bunker Restaurant at Arrowhead Golf Course and enjoy the relaxing views, amazing sunsets, and cold refreshments from our spacious dining room or patio. We invite you to stop out during the week or on the weekend for our unique Friday and Saturday specials that are hand-picked weekly by our executive chef. Enjoy our unique sauces, hand-breaded specialty meats, locally grown beef and pork, and delicious desserts that will tantalize any taste bud. Dine in or call ahead for larger parties. You'll be surprised what is new at the Bunker.
Get all the latest technology gifts for the people on your holiday list at Radio Hospital. LG Ultratones, only $49.99. iPad Air, only $249.99. When you add Verizon Internet, get the people on your list what they really want. All the latest wireless technology from Radio Hospital. When you choose Radio Hospital for your wireless needs, you get 13 convenient locations, no waiting in long lines, premier service after the sale, and all the latest technology. At Radio Hospital, we are neighbors serving neighbors.
Starting lineups for the Rangers, starting with a point guard, number 4, Kenzie Schreier, a 5'8 junior. Number 10, Ashlyn Miller, a 5'7 junior. Jenna Schwederman, 5'8 junior. Number 14. And the two seniors, number 24, Abby Loggeman. In the center, number 32, Rachel Leffel, 5'10 senior. Rangers, coached by Tim Hagemeyer in its 10th year. A very successful run in charge of the Knoxville program. Matt Gable, Casey Phillips, and Dwayne Mexter are the assistants. Now for the Minster Wildcats. 5, Lindsay Reckerman, a 5'9 junior, averaging 12 points a game. Point guard number 10, Leanne Hilsman, a 5'4 senior. At 4, number 14, Rosie Westerbeck, leading scorer, 14 points a game, 5'9 junior. 21, Hannah Schmidtmeyer, the other senior on this team, 5'10 senior. Number 54, Savannah Luthman, a 5'10 junior. For the Wildcats, head coach Nan Steckschulte in her 27th year, assisted by Duff Hamelgarn, Darren Goodwin, and Mike Wiss. Jeff, while we got a minute, let's talk about our keys to the game, brought to you by Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes a difference.
First here for the visiting team, the New Knoxville Rangers. You know, they look at, and we talked about, they have low numbers, so tempo is definitely something they want to take charge of. It's not going to be an up and down game from what I've talked with the coaching staff. They're going to back it off, play half court, good defense, handle the pressure. Minster's going to try to get after them. They got the numbers. They got some length to them. They're going to get after them and try to get the ball from them and just make shots, get the ball to go in the bucket. Only averaging about 34, 35 points a game. They need to find a way to get the scoring up there a little bit against a Wildcat squad that scores 55 points a game. On the other side, the Wildcats, They want to do the rebounding game, just keep it strong inside. Had a big game against Versailles. Keep the tempo up and get to the foul line. 20 of 24 the other night against Versailles to get the victory.
And there's your keys to the game, brought to you by Bud's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. The Rangers control the tip. Working underneath the Loggeman. Rangers 2-1 on the season. They got second place in the QP tournament at Bath. Lost to a good Bath squad. Low-scoring game, 25-22.
A little bit of a defensive battle there.
Yes. They'll be very patient on offense, which they usually are. So work it around. Shot is put up there by Schwiedeman and it's knocked out of bounds. That tournament, they knocked off Elida in the first game by 13, lost to Bath, and then 9 days ago was their last game. They beat Houston by 18.
That's a long break early in the season, but if you have things to work on, it's great.
Almost stolen away there. It results in a turnover as Schwiedeman steps on the line. He'll turn over to the Wildcats.
Some of that pressure we talked about. They're going to get up in you, play some tough man-to-man defense, and that's the first turnover of the game there for the Rangers.
Wildcats 2-0 on the season. They beat a pretty good Kalida squad to open it up. And then they played Versailles and won on Tuesday. Shot off the mark by Reckerman. Rebounded by the Rangers. Leffel kicks it up to Schreier. Schreier looks for an opening. She'll set the offense. She drives through the defenders, off the glass, a little strong. It'll be knocked out of bounds and stay with the Rangers.
She got her ducked under there, the bucket. I didn't think she was going to get a shot out of it, but a nice move to get open right there.
Schreier, the leading scorer at 9.7 a game in this young season. She gets the ball back, dumps it underneath the Logman, kicks it out to Schwiedeman. Work it around to Ashlyn Miller. No score, just a minute into this game. She picks up her dribble. Reckerman is all over her, able to give it to Schreier, and that is knocked away and stolen by the Wildcats.
Schreier got put in a bad situation when she took the ball, and she's immediately basically double, triple team trying to dribble out of it. And Minster comes up with the ball there. Let's see if they can get a bucket.
Westerbeck tries to drive. Kicks it out to Reckerman. Schmidtmeyer to Hilsman. Second possession for the Wildcats.
Very slow pace so far. Both teams trying to feel each other out a little bit here.
It's not going to be confused with the Golden State Warrior game, I'll tell you that.
No doubt about that. No 130 coming in here tonight.
This is usually a defensive battle between two well-coached teams that play good defense. Usually a pretty physical game. Right now, both teams not able to find a lot of openings on offense. Hilsman will launch up a three off the mark. Leffel battles for the board. Rachel will bring it up across the timeline. Kicks it out to Abby Loggeman. Work it around to Miller.
Both teams starting two seniors and a bunch of juniors for Minster, and then for Knoxville as well, a bunch of juniors. So no sophomores or freshmen on the floor yet.
Loggeman underneath the Leffel. Kicks it out. Schwiedeman with the three. Off the mark. Loggeman with the board. Her shot is blocked. Rebound to the Wildcats. Wildcats coming off a tough play game on Tuesday, just 2 nights ago against Versailles. Kick it out to Reckerman for a long two. Schwiedeman with the rebound, and she is tied up. Possession error will keep it with the Wildcats.
Offensive possession back to the Wildcats, and we're halfway almost through the first here. We had to see a bucket go down, but like you said, Knoxville had the long break, still trying to get together. And Minster, early on in the season, when you come back with a game, 2 days after a hard-fought battle, they're not used to that. Mid-season, they'll be fine with that, but when you come back 2 days later, it can wear on you a little bit.
And before that, they had like a 10-day break between the Kalida and Versailles game. You usually have a little irregularities the early part of the season. Westerbeck with the three off the mark, followed by Reckerman. Lindsay Reckerman with a nice offensive rebound basket.
Some of that pressure. They're going to back it off. I thought maybe they'd go to a trap and try to speed the tempo of this thing up.
Wildcats will go 8 deep. That's probably deeper than what New Knoxville will go. And Coach Hagemeyer yells across. He wants a timeout full timeout. We'll step aside on NKTelco Sports.
My name is John Kramer. I am 90 years old. I've decided that it was time for me to go to assisted living. I lived by myself for 14 years. I knew I was getting older and life was harder to live. I fell down a couple times at home. I decided that Elmwood was the place for me to go. It's like a family in here. Choose Elmwood. I believe it.
Halfway through this first quarter, in a very low-scoring defensive affair, Minster with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Rangers, got a couple shots off, most of them all contested, 0 for 4 from the field. Minster's 1 for 5 now, so 1 for 9 between the two squads. Couple turnovers, and Coach Hagemeyer, I think, called timeout. I mean, they're running the flex, but not as crisp as that you usually see it out of them, and they're not making their cuts, running off the picks, and they're not getting open. Recheck it after the buzzer.
Okay.
Didn't like the bounce pass.
Here we go. See what Coach Hagemeyer has drawn up. Schreier lost it in the backcourt. Luckily, she left it back there. Wasn't it over and back?
Yeah.
Schreier gives it up to Leffel.
It's a design play right there. 3-point shot. In and out. Couldn't ask for a better look.
The rebound there, Courtney Prenger for the Wildcats, and there's a travel there by Reckerman.
First turnover for Minster.
For substitution for the Rangers, number 22, Caitlin Lamer's in the game.
Junior from New Knoxville.
See some full court pressure.
Get it in Schreier's hands that they would like to, I believe, and clear it out. Schwederman bringing it up.
Brings it up against Westerbeck. Westerbeck hounding her. They finally get it to Schreier. Schreier tries to drive. Pulls up. Off the rim. Hard rebound by Schmidtmeyer. She's fouled in the backcourt. She had a battle between two Rangers and pulled it away. Draws the foul.
Foul's going to be on number 24, Abby Lagerman. Her first foul, first team foul, first foul in the ball game.
Back in the game, Rachel Leffel.
Short break.
She replaces Janice Schwederman. 2-0 here. This low-scoring game so far is Leanne Hilsman, one of two seniors for the Wildcats, takes it across, gives it up to Reckerman.
It's 2-0. This is the kind of game Rangers would like to see played the whole way, and I'm sure Minster would like it to be a little faster than this.
Pranger, the freshman, kicks it out. Hilsman with the three. Off the mark, Schreier with a long rebound. She's got a breakaway and off too strong on the layup. Gets her own rebound. Kicks around. Leffel will put up a three and hit it.
Extra effort paid off right there. She came back after she missed it, got her own rebound, kicked it out.
Reckerman with a 12-footer off the mark. Two Wildcats end up battling each other for it. Oh, actually, they call a timeout at the baseline there. Be a 30-second timeout by the Wildcats. While we got a second, we'd like to thank our sponsors for this evening's game. Arrowhead Golf Course, Radio Hospital, Elmwood Assisted Living, Schwederman Pharmacies, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Keyhole Pizza, Cy Schwederman Incorporated, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco Sports. Our player of the game sponsors tonight, Main Street Station for New Knoxville and McDonald's for Minster. Our keys to the game sponsor is Bud's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Salina, where the dealer makes a difference. Our replay sponsor tonight, Sydney Body Car Star. And on our First National Bank scoreboard, New Knoxville with a 3-2 lead.
Timeout there as Minster preserved the possession. At this point, 2 to 3 ball games possession mean a lot. So out of bounds as they collided. We'll see what Nans draws up out of an out of bounds play.
That game starts, I guess all of a sudden you'll get a flurry of points.
I was waiting for it. After Leffel shot it, they came down pretty quick and fired it up. I thought maybe we were going to get a couple buckets in a row.
This game was 140-38 last year by New Knoxville at the barn. Meg Reineke with a shot in the last few seconds of the game to win it for the Rangers. Hilsman in some trouble. Has to work it out of that wing. Kicks it back to Reckerman. She will launch a three and hit it. Lindsey Reckerman with the tray to put the Wildcats back on top.
She's got all 5 points here for the Wildcats. You know, mentioning the Rangers won that last year. You know, Minster's other loss in the MAC last year was to Versailles, who they got that back this year. So they're trying to get that back again on this one, I believe.
Yeah, last year I think it was the last second they lost by 1 to Versailles. So yeah, they're trying to reverse their fortunes and starting off with 2 tough games to start off the league schedule.
See how high this flex is right now. Minster has pushed them out, way out. There's nobody in the paint.
Schreier tries to drive on Hilsman. Working around to Miller. 1:18 to go in the first quarter. A very fast first quarter.
Yeah, with 1 foul and a couple of buckets.
And long possessions.
Yeah.
Good defense being played. Not really many turnovers.
No. Both teams are respecting, you know, watching the back cuts, watching the passing lanes. And
Schwierdeman, we're under 53 seconds. Down to Leffel.
Thought maybe she's going to repost there.
Schwierdeman loses her dribble. Leffel helps her out. We're down to 40 seconds as Rachel tries to drive. Double team gives it to the Lammers. Underneath, tipped away there by Westerbeck.
3rd turnover this quarter for the Rangers.
Reckerman with another shot and nails it. Lindsey Reckerman with all 7 points here in the quarter for the Wildcats.
Reckerman's quarter. Trying to clear some space here. Schwierdeman, we're under the 10-second mark now. Thought Schreier was going to fire that one.
Schreier pulls up off the glass and in. Nice move. Hilsman will launch up a 3. That will end the first quarter of play with your score. Minster Wildcats 7, the Knoxville Rangers 5. We'll be right back with quarter number 2 here on NKTelco Sports.
Schwiedeman Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedeman purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
1 quarter in the books here in this MAC battle between the Wildcats and the Rangers, and the Wildcats with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, all the points scored by Lindsey Reckerman. She has all 7 here for the Wildcats, and Leffel has 3 for the Rangers and 2 for Schreier, just off that last dribble drive down there. But you know, defensive battle, not really fast-paced at all, pretty slow, running their offense, looking for what they've been given. And you know, give Reckerman credit. She hit the 3, but she's hit a couple open jump shots, and you got to be able to make those open jump shots in a game like this.
And this is the pace that New Knoxville wants.
Oh, by far. When you have small bench, 6, maybe 7 players deep, you want to keep your legs. You play the slower pace. You don't want to get up and down with them.
Leffel with the basketball as the Rangers with the first possession of the second quarter. Lammers high on top. Gives it up to Schreier. They're trying to free up Schreier as much as they can.
Yeah, but they got Hilsman's on her like glue. I mean, she's all over her. Everywhere she's at, Hilsman is right there.
Hilsman's giving up a couple inches.
Nice
There's
pass.
a nice pass to Lagerman. She rolls it in. Wow. Give the assist to Rachel Leffel.
A little high-low from the girls inside. Over the top pass, and Lagerman made it count.
2 seniors connect there to tie the game at 7 apiece. Hilsman thought about a 3, gives it to Luthman. Into the game, Haley Boimer for the Wildcats, number 12. Also, Ollie Fisher, sophomore. Boimer will launch the 3, high arcing. Too strong. Lammers with a long rebound.
Knoxville pull it back out, and like I said, there's a couple substitutions in, and this is, if you're Knoxville, you got to find a way to score points here with a few of the starters on the bench.
Yeah, Wildcats only 2 starters on the bench right now, in Luthman and Hilsman. Rangers have 4 of their 5 starters. We have Lammers in place of Miller right now.
Miller's ready to check in, though, at the next dead ball.
work it through their offense with a 7-7 game.
Taking it down to the fourth quarter, 7-7 here. Well,
Schreier trying to work off the high screen, gives it back to Leffel. She's double teamed, back to Schreier. 6 minutes ago here before halftime.
I thought for sure that double team, but Leffel did a nice job recognizing it. I didn't think she saw it coming, but she got it. And she reposted there and got the ball.
Yeah, did a nice job of posting there, and a nice entry pass by Schreier, and she draws the foul on number 3, Allie Fisher. So senior Rachel Leffel will be shooting 2 for the Rangers.
Free throw percentage on the season, she's an 80% free throw shooter.
She hits the first. The Rangers on the season, 82.4. Wow.
That's pretty impressive, 28 to 34.
Rangers through the years are usually pretty good foul shooters.
I don't know about that good. I mean,
that's
pretty
awful
high.
good. Yeah, if you hit 70 as a team, that's pretty good. She hits them both. Lammers puts the Rangers up 9-7. Gilspin tries to drive on Miller, has to pull it out, works it around to Fisher. Luthman on the post. High screen from Pranger. Gives it up to Boimer. Boimer through the lane, draws the foul.
Going to be a foul on number 14, Jenna Schwederman. Her first personal foul, team second.
Both offenses are starting to get some drive and forcing some action to happen, if you would.
You're dribbling in there and hoping to free somebody up or take the foul. But both teams, great defense. I mean, they're sitting back, and we're 3 fouls in and almost a quarter and a half by. There's a nice dribble drive.
Rolls off by Boimer. Loggeman with the board. Pass way ahead to Leffel. Rachel is hammered. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. She breaks away for the layup.
Courtney Pranger, freshman, going to get her first personal foul. And back to line, Leffel, where she just knocked 2 of them down. Trying to extend the Ranger lead.
Rachel Leffel, a very experienced player for New Knoxville the last few years, and she hits her 3rd in a row as Rosie Westerbeck and Hannah Schmidtmeyer, 2 starters back in the lineup for Coach Steckschulte. 2 very successful coaches between Coach Hagemeyer and Coach Steckschulte. 2 of the best coaches, not just in the MAC, in this whole area.
Oh, by far, you find a way to get it done year in, year out, and that's hard to do because you always got different kids coming and going, and other sports getting in the way, and people not playing the next year, and they find a way to get it done.
Schmidtmeyer works it around to Westerbeck.
On the bench still is Rechterman, who has all 7 of the points here for the Wildcats.
Fisher now running the point. Just the sophomore gives the Westerbeck. She's their
2-3 zone.
Yeah. Just switch to that. Westerbeck, their leading scorer, loses the ball as Miller strips it away.
Schreier going to pull it out. She's going to get double teamed right there.
Able to get out of it. Schwederman will work the offense. Instructions being shouted by Coach Hagemeyer. Right now they seem like their offense has worked better this quarter.
Yeah, and a lot of, Leffel made a nice pass. Leffel's been a little more aggressive in the posting up and then took that dribble drive. She has 7 points now. Sometimes you take that leadership, that senior, to step up and get a team going.
Schwederman kicks it out to Schreier. 4 minutes to go before halftime. Leffel on the wing will drive. Draws the foul. Just be the 3rd team foul.
She's drawing all 3 of them.
Like you say, she has been much more aggressive, been into the flow. As Lindsey Reckerman back in the game for the Wildcats.
Haley Boimer picked up the foul there, number 12. Her first personal. Out of bounds underneath, and Leffel will be the trigger.
Schreier, they work around to Loggeman. Down to Leffel. Turn around, can't get it to fall. Ball bounces around, Fisher ends up with it. Pushes it out to Reckerman. She'll take it strong, and Leffel took it away, but landed on the line. So a good try there by Leffel.
Good defensive play, and good. I mean, Minster got it down there in a hurry. I mean, that's fast as we've seen the ball get down the floor here today.
Tries to pass down to Schmidtmeyer. She will draw the foul.
Second one on Lagerman, and that's one of those that she's probably going to come out for the last 3:37 and watch.
That's another byproduct of having not a lot of depth. If anybody gets in foul trouble, you just can't afford any.
And that, let alone when you're seniors that has the experience.
Reckerman off the glass again. She continues to score all the points for the Wildcats.
Putting on her own little show. Is anybody going to stop Leffel here? I think she could have kept going.
Schreier tries to drive. Schroeder will kick it to Leffel. Pass to Schreier. Jumper off the mark. Schmidtmeyer with the board.
Here, Coach Steckschulte to go. Get it down there.
Underneath. Pranger rolls it in. Nice move by the freshman on the block.
It was a pass right in the middle of the floor. They're fortunate to have, and it's going to end up Knoxville getting the ball in a layup here.
Layup. Reckerman hit it, and Schreier was there right at the right spot for her.
It wasn't pretty, but Knoxville got 2 points out of it.
Probably not exactly how they drew it up. I think Minster is just getting a little bit more intensity that they want on that pressure. It worked against them. Triple team there on Reckerman. Fisher hits a three. Allie Fisher, she had 3 3-pointers in the opener.
Minster starting to heat up here a little bit. Got Schreier out there if they want her.
She's open for the three. Off the mark, Reckerman. Needed to get the outlet pass. She gets it to Westerbeck. 2 minutes to go before halftime. Minster now with the lead. They've trailed all the second quarter.
Yeah, that was the last few minutes here. They've found a way to get points in the bucket. And Pranger fighting underneath. We're going to get a jump ball. Freshman coming in, playing pretty aggressive, had a nice bucket. Get down there on the block, playing hard.
Pranger's 6-foot freshman, holding her own in there. She gets the lob, puts up a jumper that's short. Rebound by Schwederman. Schreier will now run the offense. Guarded by Westerbeck.
Good thing Lammers came to that ball, because if she would have stepped back just a little bit, that would have been a turnover.
Miller almost traveled into some trouble. Shot up. Rebound by Reckerman. Outlet to Fisher. Pushes it to Westerbeck. Westerbeck will be fouled by Leffel.
On the floor, Leffel's first personal foul. Probably not a bad foul. I'm pretty sure Westerbeck was going to get a pretty easy layup right there. Checking in is Hulsman back in the ball game for Allie Fisher. And applause for her. She nailed a three here just a second ago.
Reckerman, Schmidtmeyer, a 15-footer off the mark. Pranger comes up with another offensive board. Hilsman trying to find a teammate. Working around to Schmidtmeyer. Westerbeck is yet to score. Sure they want to get her more into the offense. They get it down low. Turnaround, nice pass to Pranger.
If you don't score, at least do something nice, and that works out.
She was double teaming, gave it to Pranger. Now for a three-point lead. Leffel, all knocked away and tied up by Reckerman. It will stay with the Rangers.
Yeah, it was a nice, job by Westerbeck. She double teamed, noticed it, and dished it right off to Pranger, who stayed right there on the other side block and was available. Actually, got to get the ball in here. He was yelling timeout. They didn't hear him.
Lammers with the ball. Down to 35 seconds. Momentum has swung a little bit towards the Wildcats. Coach Hagemeyer wants a 30-second timeout here before the half.
Yeah, he didn't like what he was seeing going there for the last possession. And you're down 3. It's a tight ball game. Going into a half, you get a big shot here. You could tie it up or even be down 1 and take a little momentum into it and make your kids feel pretty pumped up. And the way that was going, it could have possibly been a turnover. They were a little scattered out there.
Yeah, and I think Minster had picked up the intensity. It was a little more of the pace they wanted. The offense was starting to click. And a lot of coaches will tell you, it's amazing how players play better defense once the offense is going.
You ain't kidding. When something starts going in the bucket, you feel a little better about yourself. And Got a little extra step for the defensive side.
Yeah, so I think Coach Hagemeyer feels like this is a very important possession for his team here to try to put something positive here. And, you know, they've been on 13 for a while here. They had a nice run there for
9 or something. I mean,
yeah,
7-0 run here by Wildcats.
I think you're right. Leffel had those 4 foul shots in a row.
1-3-1. They jumped into a zone. I'd be surprised to let him sit here and hold this for the last shot. I figured Nam might come out and pressure him and force him to go.
1-3-1. This is an unusual defense for the Wildcats. Leffel, Schreier. Shot is blocked. Westerbeck with the board. 9 seconds to go. Hilsman. 5 seconds trying to drive. Gives up to Westerbeck. Shu will put up a shot off the mark. That will end the first half of play. Good MAC battle between two good squads. You're scoring your first National Bank scoreboard. The Wildcats 16, the Rangers 13. We'll take a break. We'll total up our numbers and back with the first half stats here on NKTelco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hi, I'm Bob from the Keyhole, located on 66. We've been family owned and operated for 30 years. Personally, I think we still make the best pizza in the area. I use a special sausage. Cut fresh ingredients, shred cheese every day. We didn't make a pizza to make a profit. We made a pizza the way we wanted to eat it. Stop in, try us out, dine in, or carry out. We also have karaoke every other Saturday.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler, with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community, with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
We're at halftime in this MAC battle being led by Minster 16-13 over to Knoxville with first half numbers, Mr. Jeff Qualhorst.
Yeah, defensive battle. If you look at this first half stats here, you know, cleanly played by both teams, about as efficient as they can get. It's just been long possessions, good defense. You know, 3 turnovers for the Rangers, 2 for the Wildcats. You know, shots are going in, 7 of 19, 4 of 15, a couple of three-pointers here and there. Knoxville 4 for 4 from line. The big stat there is Minster never got to the foul line. You go 20 of 24 against a Versailles team, basically helps you win that ball game. You obviously had to be aggressive or get to the line somehow there. And tonight they haven't seen the line yet. I'm guessing at halftime, Nan's going to try to pick up this tempo. You're going to see that full court press, a little more aggressive. Get after him a little bit. And I'm sure Knoxville's aware of it. They're going to probably try to get the ball in Schreier's hands and back people out. It'll be an interesting half here.
See what adjustments both of these coaches make here, as the Wildcats will have the first possession here in the second half. Led 7-5 after one, lead by 3 at halftime. Seemed like they got a little bit of the momentum going the last couple minutes of the first half.
If you say one team had it towards the end of the second quarter, it was definitely the Wildcats, where I think they scored the last 7. We thought Knoxville hadn't scored in a long time.
Looks like the Wildcats have their 5 starters on the floor: Westerbeck, Hilsman, Schmidtmeyer, Reckerman, and also Luthman. Ball goes through the hands of Hilsman. She's able to chase it down into some trouble, and it's tipped away into the backcourt, but then a travel.
A lot going on right there. It was tipped. It was definitely a live ball because Knoxville hit it. Westerbeck got tied up from behind.
Good hustle by the Rangers. Had a little trouble getting in. Phillips with the basket, or Miller with the basketball. So Rangers have all 5 starters: Schwederman, Lageman, Leffel, and Schreier. Pass goes above Lageman, so both teams start off with a turnover.
And Lageman sat there towards the end. She's the only one in foul trouble in either team. She has 2. We didn't have that many fouls anyway, but it might have been 5 or 6 total fouls in the half.
Reckerman, they try to do a pick and roll with Schmidtmeyer. 3 by Hilsman, hits it. Rainbow 3 by Leanne Hilsman. Puts the lead up to, I think, the game high 6 points.
She shot 3 threes in the first half and didn't connect. She come out here at halftime and nails the first one. 6 points is a big lead in this kind of ball game right now.
Schreier with the basketball, guarded by Hilsman. Did a nice job in the first half. Miller tries to drive. Might have got away with this extra step there as Leffel gives it up to Lageman. Rangers trying to get on the board for the first time here in the second half.
I think you got to find Leffel. I mean, you got to find a way to get her posted up or get the ball high-low again. You know, you were successful there towards the end when she got to the foul line or had the ball in her hands.
Pick and roll to Lageman, blocked by Westerbeck. Kick it out. Leffel's open for the 3. That is short. Battles for her own rebound. It's a jump ball. It will stay with the Rangers. I think this is an important possession here for the Rangers.
Yeah, you need a bucket here in a bad way. I was thinking back while they were playing. Last 4 points were foul shots by Leffel because they did the high-low before that. I don't know.
That's a long time.
Field goal for, oh man.
Probably the whole second half of the second quarter.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So we're talking maybe 6 minutes here.
They're still in the ball game. Ball's loose here.
Hilsman causes a turnover. Westerbeck gives up to Schmidtmeyer and in.
A little danger time here for the Rangers. Clear it out. And Schreier takes it down.
Hilsman working hard, and Schreier not able to get past her. Now have to work off the screen. With the drive and one.
That's a big bucket right there by Kenzie Schreier. And she's going to get the opportunity to make it 3 points.
And Schmidtmeyer tried to go over and draw the foul, but not quite over there. So we'll take another look.
With the drive.
Schreier right to the body.
He said that was a big basket, and she makes the three-point play even bigger. Cuts the lead to 5. And the first points in a long time for New Knoxville. A little pressure there by the Rangers. Wildcats break it. Reckerman, Westerbeck with the 3 off the mark. Battle for the rebound, Hilsman. Battle again. Several people have touched the ball, and then finally a jump ball will stay on this end with Minster.
A couple offensive rebounds there for Minster. Heard both coaches yell, "Get on the floor," because everybody's just trying to reach down and grab it.
Hilsman in the corner, down low to Luthman.
Haven't heard much from her tonight.
Tries a little jump hook, not able to fall. Up ahead to Miller. Schwederman almost got into some troubles there. Able to work through it.
Knoxville is trying to set their offense up here. Minster's all over them.
Miller on the wing, trying to work off the screen, finds an opening at the elbow, Off the mark, Schmidtmeyer the rebound.
Good shot, good look. Couldn't get it to go down. Nice post up, quick down there to the bottom.
Off the glass and in. Good entry pass by Westerbeck, and Luthman knocks it off the glass. Drive by Miller. Offensive foul there as Luthman takes a charge.
And there may have been body on the other player, but she definitely ran over Luthman, and that was a good call.
3 substitutions in the game. Number 12, Haley Boimer. Number 3, Allie Fisher. And also Courtney Prenger in for the Wildcats.
23-16 on the First National Bank scoreboard, halfway through the third.
Prenger double teamed, and she draws the reach-in foul.
Miller picks up 2 quick fouls. Got the charge and turned around here and get the reach in. That's the same play they ran a little bit ago, right over the top on the inbounds. That time Leffel realized it was coming.
Reckerman, Fisher shoots the 3. Rebound knocked around. Boimer gets on the floor and causes a jump ball. It goes in Knoxville, but the Minster bench really liked that hustle play there by Boimer.
A little bit. Defending the inbounds is Prenger.
Lammers up ahead to Miller. They got 2-on-1. She gives it up to Lagerman, rolls it in.
That crawled up there on the rim.
Timeout by New Knoxville. Full timeout. We'll take one too. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Innovation, it's all around us. NKTelco developed a fiber network in our communities over 10 years ago when the competitors were only thinking about it. Increasing bandwidth to make it convenient for the whole family to enjoy online entertainment and gaming. With our IPTV solution, you can enjoy over 80 HD channels, providing quality TV and movies for the whole family, and even take them on the go with our Watch TV Everywhere app. All this from a company that believes in local customer service from people you know and trust. NKTelco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
3:31 to go in the third quarter on our First National Bank scoreboard. The Wildcats over the Rangers, 23-18.
Yeah, big bucket there by Lagerman, and she got the ball to roll in there. And quick timeout by Coach Hagemeyer. You know, at one point they need a bucket there. Bad Schreier got one. Now Lagerman got one. You thought maybe it was starting to get a little bit spread apart. They fought back here, and they're going to drop back. They put a little pressure on a couple possessions. Looks like Coach Hagemeyer called the timeout. When you're short on players, you got to use it for sometimes get a break, and I think that's what that one was for.
Rangers have fought back within 5. It was up to 8, I believe, by the Wildcats. Reckerman, that is short. Schreier comes up with a rebound.
Reckerman was ready to shoot. I'll give her credit. The ball got to her, and she fired it right away. I mean, there was no hesitation.
Lagerman gives it up to Miller underneath to Lammers. She'll draw the foul.
Haley Boimer, a little push in the back. Wasn't too much there, but enough to get the call. Substitution in the game. Jenna Schwederman going to check in for Leffel for a break. Wildcats defense, and they got their subs in again here. They did this at the end of the first quarter for a little while.
Miller tries to drive, will pull it back out. Schreier now being guarded by Reckerman. That's the 3rd different player that's guarded her. Lagerman pulls it back and hits it. That's a nice basket there by Abby Lagerman.
There's a lot of movement going on there, but she managed to square it up and put it in. We're back at a 3-point ball game. I'm looking for Minster to look inside here for Prenger. As Leffel checked out, so you know the physical presence inside isn't there.
Fisher able to keep her dribble. Tries to pass it underneath there. Battle for the board, for the loose ball. Jump ball stays with Minster.
It's a bunch of jump balls here this quarter. As you know, we talked about it off air. Is the intensity from both teams. You can tell that it was a little slow the first half, but they're definitely trying to speed it up.
Boimer drives, gives it up. Drive by Schmidtmeyer. She is fouled.
Boimers was blocked, and they got the rebound.
So Hannah Schmidtmeyer will go to the line to shoot 2.
got 2 points here on the evening and comes up short on the first one.
Averaging 5.5 on the young season as Rachel Leffel checks back into the game for the Rangers. Schmidtmeyer was a starter last year. The squad that won 17-6. Misses both of them. Loggeman with the rebound. Rangers with the trade could tie this game up.
So one possession ball game.
Minster has gone cold. Leffel down to Loggeman. Triple team back to Leffel. Able to keep it alive. Down to Loggeman. Went off somebody's foot. Lammers draws the foul.
Off the foot. Not a pretty possession there at all. Minster got their hands on quite a bit there. Just going to get the ball to go their way. I mean, the hands and feet are very active. And that'll send Lammers the line. The foul was on Schmidtmeyer.
Sophomore Caitlin Lammers, coming also off a nice volleyball season, hits the first. Now the three starters return. Hilsman, Westerbeck, and Luthman. A couple starters will leave. Pranger and Boimer will stay in the game. Lammers misses the second one. 2-point game.
First free throw missed there by the Rangers. 6 of 7 here. Going to a 2-3 zone.
Look around the perimeter. Boimer is open for the three, and Boimer hits it.
They screened the top person on the zone, which was Kenzie Schreier, and left Boimer wide open there on the wing.
With plenty of time to set her feet, and she knocks it down. Leffel will try her hand at it. Rolls off. Pranger comes up with a rebound.
Good look. Leffel soft off the rim there.
Leanne Helsman directing the offense.
Back to man in a hurry.
Boimer tried to find an opening. 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Westerbeck to Boimer. Westerbeck in some trouble. She travels. She tried to go up for a shot.
I think she felt the little push on. She had a little hand on the hip there and kind of threw her off just a little bit. I thought she was going to go up for the shot and get the foul. That's what I thought she was going to do with it.
Tried to give it up, but too late. Turnover gives it the Rangers with 40 seconds to go. Miller running the point.
It was the fourth turnover of the game for the Wildcats.
Schreier work it around the perimeter. Ashley Miller gives it to Schreier. I don't think the Rangers are necessarily going for the last shot, just the first good look.
The defense is pressuring them into maybe the last shot.
Leffel, we're down to 10 seconds. Schreier off the screen. Tries to drive, puts up a left-handed shot, gets her own, rebounded in. Good hustle by Kenzie Schreier to end the third quarter of basketball. Your score on the First National Bank scoreboard: Minster 26, New Knoxville 23. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on NKTelco Sports.
Our communities are filled with history, culture, and ambition. People who put others first. We are a bank that is defined by what we do, not just who we are. We build relationships. We grow businesses. We support communities. We advise the people that matter most to us, our customers. Stop in at any of our 5 locations, sign up for internet banking, or download our mobile app to better serve you. We can assist you with your next loan, personal accounts, investments, or business needs. Think first. First National Bank. Member FDIC.
3 quarters in the books as we go for the last 8 minutes. New Knoxville with a nice Schreier basket draws within 3.
Yeah, she followed the shot. She threw up a little bit of a wild left-hand shot as clock was running low. She just drove the lane and she followed it right up. She knew exactly where it was, and everybody else was watching for the rebound. And she sliced right through and got it. And we're back to last year you said it was a 2-point ball game. Knoxville pulled it out, and we're going to have another dogfight here to the end of this one, I believe.
You gotta admire the hustle by the Rangers. Outmanned, outnumbered, I should say. But they are the intensity, and they've just That player, Schreier, is representative of several of the players on the team tonight.
A couple extra opportunities there. They have 7 offensive rebounds.
So we talked about it. Looked like Minster is going to blow open the game, and they battled through this third quarter. And they have the first possession here in the fourth.
Minster's defense is solid. I mean, the first defense is great. There's a nice post up by Schreier, and she's going to
and one.
She sealed off nicely on the backside right there, and I think caught the defender by surprise.
So Schreier with a chance to tie it up. One time, 7:30 to go. At one time, I believe it was an 8-point game for Minster, probably mid-third quarter, and now it is tied.
They were pulling away there. Should be all tied up here at 26s.
Hilsman with the 3, in and out. Battle for the rebound, goes to Prenger, can't get it to fall. Rebound by Westerbeck, and she is fouled. We'll see if that's a shooting foul.
Give her 2. I think they were fighting for the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure she was going up for it, but she'll take the 2 foul shots.
Yeah, I would too. Offensive rebound pays off there, and they get the extra possession. Westerbeck knocks the first one down.
I believe that's her first point of the night.
First point, and it's the first free throw for the Wildcats, I believe. I'm sorry, no, they missed 2 earlier. First one they made, that's the second one they made.
Hannah Schmidtmeyer will come in the game for Savannah Luthman. The lead back to the Wildcats by 2. So pick up some full court pressure.
They've done this. Leffel's brought the ball up, in this zone a few times.
Trying to trap Leffel. Schmidtmeyer knocks it out of bounds. She had Hilsman trailing. She turned the other way. She might have been in trouble.
I heard Schreier yelling behind you. And when Leffel turned around, she goes, "I heard you." Like she knew they were coming.
Schreier tried to find an opening.
She's gonna
Works
find
through the lane. That is short. Prenger with the rebound. Reckerman pushes it ahead to Westerbeck. Down to Prenger. Up and under and in. Nice move by Courtney Prenger.
She's got 6 here this evening.
Big basket as it stretches the lead to 4. Reckerman ties up Schwierdeman, and the ball alternating possession to the Wildcats.
Turnover there, number 7 for the Rangers. Nice aggressive defense out top on the ball handler.
Talked about New Knoxville scrapped their way back, and Minster responded.
They did here in the first minute and a half here of the fourth. I don't know what was said in that huddle, but they've come out a little fire under them.
Schmidtmeyer trying to find it. Passes it off to Hilsman. That's a big 3. Leanne Hilsman, 2 big 3s here in the second half.
Yeah, she's 2 of 3 after missing her first 3. So that's a big bucket to send us right back to 7. We were tied, 45 seconds ago at 26s. Knoxville's got to respond here.
Schreier trying to work off the screen, picks up her dribble. Now Abby Lageman. See if the Rangers can respond yet again. They seem to have been playing from behind most of the night. But battling Leffel, backing around up, and ends up just forces Schmidtmeyer into the foul. Leffel will shoot 2.
Senior making sure that she made a play and getting herself to the line. So Leffel will go to the line where she's 4 for 4 here. And definitely points that are needed for the Rangers right now.
Hits the first. 5'10" senior. Take another look at that last possession. She just keeps backing her way down.
Leffel. Backing around up.
Misses it, but Knoxville gets the rebound.
Lageman comes up with the rebound. So another chance for points on this end of the floor. Possession's becoming critical. So we're coming up to 5 minutes in the ball game. Leffel gives it up to Miller. Schreier tries to drive.
It's good defense there by Hulsman. She's been there most of the night on her.
Looks around to Miller.
Good defense right here. I mean, Knoxville's running all over the place, screening, doing everything they can, and Minster's right there. There's that extra effort, though.
Schreier in and out. Ball tipped around this time. Hilsman chased it down. Lagerman was the one who chased down that offensive rebound before. Long pass is almost stolen as Hilsman hustles to get her errant pass back.
Probably a good thing. She might have been over by the bench after that one.
3 by Hilsman. Bounces high. Schmidtmeyer with the rebound. Another jump ball on this end.
Go that way.
6-point game on our First National Bank scoreboard with 4:29 to go in favor of the Wildcats.
So we've got to get the ball in.
Lammers give it up to Lagerman. All these Rangers can handle the ball.
Everyone's dribbled it up at least once or twice tonight.
Schreier will give up to Miller. She tries to work herself open. They go try to pass to left. Well, Schmidtmeyer knocks it away. Scramble for the ball. Coach Hagemeyer calls a timeout. Both teams wanting that possession. It's a full timeout. 4:03 to go. The Wildcats up by 3. We'll be right back.
Hello? I've been in an accident. My van's not drivable, and I have my kids, and they need to get to school,
Ma'am.
but I can't.
Ma'am, relax. We'll take care of it.
Thank you.
At Sydney Body Car Star, we don't just take care of your vehicle, we take care of you. With Enterprise Rent-A-Car on site, we get you back to your daily routine with minimal interruptions, returning your car and your family back to normal. Sydney Body Car Star. Relax. We'll take it from here.
4:03 and 33-27 on our First National Bank scoreboard in favor of Minster, and what has been a battle, a true battle between two good, probably top-tier squads here in the MAC this year. Minster's been leading most of the game, and every time they think they're getting a little comfortable, Knoxville works their way back. Right now they find themselves down by 6.
Minster doing a great job on defense. After the shot goes up, Minster hasn't really secured the rebound every time. Knoxville's gotten a couple extra possessions, but possessions are a minute long because they can't get open.
Right. They're not trying to slow down the pace. There's just nobody open. It's not a flashy defense, just a very solid. They drew to the pick and roll, and Pranger read that.
Oh, man, she had that from start to finish.
Big turnover gives it over to the Wildcats. Wildcats offense has been a little bit spotty at times, and that time they turn it over. Up ahead to Schwierdeman. Not able to knock it down. Schmidtmeyer comes up with a rebound. It's a missed opportunity there for the Rangers, and the Wildcats with the ball in a 6-point lead with 3:20 to go.
That's definitely a bucket that I think the Rangers really needed right there.
Reckerman will drive. She is fouled before the shot.
Going to be on number 14, Jenna Schwieterman. I'm sorry, Schmidtmeyer, her second.
Schwieterman.
Schwieterman, right the first time.
There's a lot of SH names out there, yeah. Schwieterman, Schmidtmeyer, Schreier, and so on.
We'll just say foul on 14.
Hill's been trying to work off the screen.
Miller
right just chasing her. Boimer to Reckerman. Shoots a 3 off the mark. Lagerman comes up with a rebound. Schreier thought about passing it deep. She thinks better of it.
Set it up.
Big possession here. As we mentioned, it's taken a long time to get a good shot. We're down to 2.5 almost. Almost close to a 5-second count.
I don't know how she even got the ball. There was 10 people in a 5-foot area right there.
Schreier to Schwierdeman, 2:20. Leffel trying to get open. Nice steal by Schmidtmeyer. She overplayed that.
Couple turnovers here in this quarter, haunting the Rangers here. Only 5 fouls with 2 minutes to go.
Schmidtmeyer back door to Reckerman. She draws a foul. A nice cut and good recognition by Schmidtmeyer.
Yeah, nice pass over there as Reckerman made a nice backdoor cut there on the defender, and she's going to get 2 throws out of it.
Reckerman scored the first 9 points of the game for Minster. Not able to hit the first one. Talked about they were 20 of 24 just 2 nights ago.
2 of 5 right now.
This is one you need to knock it down, as players know, and that's misses them both as Leffel comes up with a rebound. 1:50 to go. Rangers down by 6. The battle get across the line. Lageman.
She got to shoot that.
And she hits it.
She heard me. She was open. She did that nice stop right there, about 8 foot out. And
33-29 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Wildcats have been stuck on 33. There's a reach-in foul. That will be a 1-and-1, I believe.
Yeah, it's only the first foul on
Our First National Bank scoreboard.
Going to be throws here. See how well
Wildcats have been stuck on 30.
Wildcats can shoot the foul shots, and she missed 2 earlier. She's 0 for 2 here tonight.
Hannah Schmidtmeyer with the 1-and-1. Short. And there'll be a reach-in foul on the rebound on Pranger. That'll be the 16th foul. So we'll be shooting foul shots the rest of the way.
And definitely the intensity and the defense from both squads is picked up. Oh, that's a nice play. Rangers waited to time that one out, didn't they?
Lageman in within 2. 33-31.
They timed that play out. They hadn't used that the whole game.
Boimer to Reckerman. Pull-up shot, that's short. Ball to the Rangers. 1 minute to go. Schwierdeman getting chased from behind. Rangers down by 2. Schreier is almost tied up. They will draw a foul on Schmidtmeyer. That will be a 1-and-1 here with 52 seconds left.
Putting a pretty good foul.
Rangers down by 2.
So Kenzie Schreier with the 1-and-1. Rolls in. Now a chance to tie this ball game.
You told me a minute ago it was going to be tied. I don't know how to place that bet, but scrappy. Both teams have gotten down and back, and it's been scrappy.
Jeff, we're tied.
They're tied.
It was, I believe, New Knoxville tied it up at 27. Minster went ahead 6 quick points, and then they didn't score. Now 33-33.
Come down to it's 1-and-1. You know, any foul on either team at this point. Minster going to be able to go for this. They're going to hold out.
Rosie Westerbeck checked in for the Wildcats, number 14. See how Coach Steckschulte plays it. She has 4 timeouts. If her team gets in any trouble whatsoever, she has plenty timeouts to burn. She will burn 1. A full timeout with 32 seconds. We'll take 1 too. We'll be right back on NKTelco Sports.
Take a drive to the premier Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership at Bud's in Salina. Enjoy our huge inventory, including the Ram 1500, Jeep, and Chrysler Town & Country. Top-rated Ram dealer in the surrounding area. Convenient 6-day service center with Saturday hours, Monday through Thursday until 8 p.m. Bud's has an extensive business link vehicle offering with the Ram ProMaster 4500, 5500 truck series. Stop by Bud's today at Route 127 in Salina.
32.8 to go in what's been a battle tonight. We're all tied 33-33.
Got a couple big runs in this half where New Knoxville came out, took a lead, got up by 4 or 5, then Minster ran off 7 or 8 straight, and Minster was up by 6, and now Knoxville's come back and run off 6 straight. You know, Coach Steckschulte got the ball in her hand with 32 seconds to go, has possession. It's up to her. I'd be surprised they don't try to look Pranger inside again. She has the height. She's had some success when they get it down there, or maybe Westerbeck can drive and find her again.
I don't know if they're necessarily going for a last shot. I think they want a good shot.
Yeah.
They'll take a good shot, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's a 3 unless you're wide open. So we'll see how it plays out. We're down to 17 seconds. Minster with 3 timeouts.
We're going for the last one, I think.
And there is another timeout, this time a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Thank our sponsors quick. Arrowhead Golf Course, Radio Hospital, Elmwood Assisted Living, Schruderman Pharmacies, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Keyhole Pizza, Cy Schruderman Incorporated, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NKTelco Sports. We'll announce a player of the game for both teams, sponsored by Main Street Station and McDonald's. And yes, we are going for the last shot here. If you're Minster, ideally you want to shoot it with about 3 seconds.
3, maybe 4, but not much more than that.
Because if you want a chance to get a rebound and put it in, you don't want to take it with 5 and get New Knoxville a chance to get it back.
Man, a lot going on here in the last couple minutes of this ball game. Minster's offense has been quiet, so
yes,
they got to draw up a play that can get something to the bucket.
So Reckerman will inbound it. Schmidtmeyer will give it back to Reckerman. Reckerman's been the leading scorer. We're down to 7 seconds. Loses her dribble in the lane. We have a jump ball. It stays with Minster with 3.7 seconds to go.
Wow, and if you didn't notice, they double-teamed Prenger. They made sure that ball wasn't going high.
Coach Steckschutter will take one more timeout. I think a full timeout. I think that's her last or second last. We'll keep it right here. Minster very fortunate that worked out the way. Reckerman tried to make something happen, just lost the handle.
Yeah, they did. Right out of the possession, they left a player on the wing out here open. They double-teamed low the whole time with the player in front and behind Prenger. I mean, got height like that and the ability.
Other than really, Hilsman hit a couple big threes.
Yeah.
There's been some baskets, but it's been a very sporadic offense for Minster. It's come in flurries here, but they got another chance and another play. This time you don't have to wait. You just put up a shot.
You still take another timeout.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Still got one left.
Both teams have one left. Both teams 7 fouls. The possession arrow now will favor New Knoxville when they flip it here, as it'll be Minster ball underneath their own basket.
I think they'll run that. There's no way.
Well, they threw that in a couple times to Prenger. The first time it worked, the second time no.
They're going to screen across this time. I won't be surprised if they screen first and then she ducks back.
Reckerman will inbound it. Here we go, 3.7. To Hilsman. She puts up a 3. It's blocked. Reckerman turnaround short. We're going to OT. 4 quarters were not enough to decide it. We are going to overtime here on NKTelco Sports. 33-33. We'll be right back with OT.
There is no feeling like the one I get when the starter calls my name. Stepping onto the tee box, shaking off the tension of life while teeing up the first drive of the round. Standing there, staring down the pin from 300 yards, everything fades away. Just me, a club, a ball, and 18 holes to push myself to my next best score. Man, I love this game.
We are going to overtime. After the first quarter is Minster leading 7-5. Minster led 16-13 at halftime. It was 26-23 Minster after 3, and now 33-33. Game was tied with about 37 seconds to go on 2 foul shots. Or actually around 50 seconds to go, 2 foul shots by Kenzie Schreier. Minster had a few shots. They took 3 timeouts, I believe, and not able to get off a real good shot, and we will go overtime. We will tip it off to start off overtime, all tied at 33 apiece.
Rangers scored 10 that quarter.
Yes, they did. And they get the first possession of overtime. Lageman will give it up to Miller. Minster picking up the intensity. Schwederman to Leffel.
Both teams with 2 timeouts, and first possession is not going to be any different than most of the possessions for the Rangers, where they take 30 to 45 seconds to get a look.
Rangers seems like they've been playing from behind most of the night. Wildcats had a 6-point lead there late, a couple minutes to go, and Rangers, to their credit, came back. Right now they're just running through their flex offense.
Yeah, we're a minute deep into overtime, and we haven't really got inside the three-point line to look for a shot.
Lageman has an opening, has to give it back. Schreier, we gave it through 1 minute already.
They almost had what they wanted, though. She almost had a layup there. Minster closed quickly.
Miller gives it back to Leffel. Both teams with 7 foul shots, so we'll be shooting 1-and-1s. No double bonus yet. Both teams will have to shoot 2 1-and-1s. Miller tries to drive. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Schwiedeman, Coach Hagemeyer is just content just right now, just run through our offense. They get Schreier open and can't get it to fall. And Pranger is fouled on the rebound.
And they got what they wanted after a minute and 42 seconds of offense. And it just rolls off the front of the rim. You know, you mentioned earlier how 5 players handled the ball. I mean, every one of those came out, dribbled, and had the ball up top.
Can't get it to
That's not you see very often. You usually have 3
Pranger is fouling
out here.
Foul shot is in. The freshman with a big foul shot. Minster had a lot of opportunities to put it away at the foul line in the last couple minutes. Right now they take the lead here first in overtime. Pranger has been playing most of the fourth quarter. Misses the second one. And there was a violation. I think a Ranger was in the lane too early. Lane violation. They didn't, I don't know who exactly. Pranger with another chance. And she takes advantage of it. Break for the Wildcats, and Pranger takes advantage of it. Now a little 3/4 pressure.
We've seen this all night from the 1-3-1 or 1-2-2, I guess it looked like.
Now they drop to a zone. It looks like a 3-2 zone. 3-2 zone. Saw a 1-3-1 a little bit. Now it drops. It looks like it's more like a 1-3-1.
You got some height up there at the top.
And there's Schmidmeyer with a steal.
Minster doesn't have to do anything with this thing, but they need to run some offense. When they tried to hold it early on, not run their offense, they got a little stale and got Knoxville back in the ballgame.
Minster, some nice defensive strategy there to get the steal on the defensive end. Pranger gets it knocked away, chases it back to Schmidmeyer.
Close to a turnover there. And yeah, that was, Coach Deckschulte, obviously they said second possession, we're running the trap zone, and didn't realize the first one was going to take a minute 40, but they came back and caused the turnover with the changeup.
1:07 to go. Minster with a 2-point lead. Hilsman tries to get an opening. She turned around. She was wide open for the 3, but instead she will draw the foul.
The 4th foul on Lageman.
And a 1-and-1 coming up for Leanne Hilsman.
First time to the line here tonight. A couple big 3-pointers from her early on.
Hits it. Wildcats are hitting their foul shots in the overtime, which they didn't in the fourth period.
No, they left the gate open there, but 3 out of 3 now. 4 for 4 here in overtime.
Just under a minute to go. Once again, the Rangers have to respond. They've come through all game. We'll see if they can do it again.
In a hurry, in a sense. You need 4 points here.
Back to the zone here. We'll see if Coach Hagemeyer calls a timeout if he doesn't like what's happening here. Miller with the 3 off the mark. Ball battled around. The Rangers come up with it. Schreier gives it up to Leffel. And that's tipped out of bounds off of Minster with 31 seconds to go.
That was a good look in the corner there that Miller had. Just didn't go down, but another offensive possession.
Coach Hagemeyer will call a timeout. Be a full timeout. We'll be right back on NKTelco Sports.
Independence is something you can easily take for granted. For the elderly and disabled, independence can be especially challenging and require more thought and planning. As a caregiver or family member, how do you keep a loved one active, independent, and safe? Radio Hospital has a solution to provide users and their families with security and convenience, both inside the home as well as out and about, with the press of a single button. Whether you need assistance for yourself or a loved one, visit your nearest Radio Hospital location.
We're in overtime, 31.8 seconds to go on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster with a 4-point lead, but the Rangers have the ball in a very important possession.
Yeah, they need to find some sort of offense here. They had a good look, missed it, but got the ball back. You know, Minster hasn't scored a bucket either, but they've hit 4 foul shots in overtime. We haven't had a field goal go in. Knoxville's yet to score at all in overtime.
Knoxville needs to score, ideally a 3 or a quick 2. Leffel inbounds it to Miller. Schreier, long 3. Off the mark, long rebound to Schwieterman. Miller tried to get a 3. We're down to 20 seconds. Schwieterman with a 3, hits it. Hagemeyer calls Coach Hagemeyer with the timeout.
A big shot, another offensive possession where they got another rebound out of it. They had 2 or 3 rebounds that time.
So 3-point, that's a full timeout. We'll keep it right here, actually a 30-second timeout. What that's big is that it makes it a 1-point game. You can foul Minster even if they make both of them.
Still one possession.
Still a one-possession game.
It's been a great game here. I mean, early season, Minster's getting battle tested. You know, you go through Versailles Tuesday, come back here, and you play another tight game. It's a lot to learn early in the season for your squad.
Yeah, I think Minster played a real good game on Tuesday. It's hard to get that really intense, good game and against a quality squad here in New Knoxville, and they've given them everything. It's been a great game. A lot of strategy in this game. A lot of, you know, if you like offense, this is a defensive game.
You're not going to see a lot of offense here.
But it's been a very good MAC-type basketball game. Full court pressure here. Reckerman's left wide open. She'll just hold it for a while. Wildcats with 2 timeouts. They give it up ahead to Schmidtmeyer. They will foul her.
I was going to say that. She's 0 for 3 tonight.
Yes.
They went at her quickly. As soon as she got the ball, Leffel ran as fast as she could.
That's good coaching and the players being aware of who they want to foul.
It's hard to have that patience.
Yes.
You know, they held the patience. They didn't get scattering to foul somebody. They waited for what they wanted.
So Hannah Schmidtmeyer hits the first with 10 seconds even to go. This is the double bonus, but that second one's a lot easier if you make the first. The 2-point lead. Trying to make it a 3-point. Long rebound. She gets her rebound. Own rebound. She's fouled again.
It's one of those where you got what you wanted. The ball bounces off the back rim. Possession. It's one of the few extra possessions that Minster's had here this half.
Good point. Yeah, New Knoxville's extended a lot of their possessions, and Minster got a break there and some scrappy rebound as Abby Lagerman has fouled out. Great game there by the senior Lagerman.
10 points for her. You know, played tough inside, and extra possessions for the Rangers is another shot here.
Schmidtmeyer hits, and she can now ice the game as Allie Catahenry in the game, number 5 for the Rangers. Schmidtmeyer short. Still a 3-point game. No timeouts for the Rangers. Schwieterman puts up a long 3. Oh, just misses it. And that will end the game. Schwieterman just missed it. Your final score in overtime. Great ball game. Minster escapes 39-36 over New Knoxville. We'll come back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
What's your life missing? Find out at Elmwood.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Bang scoreboard in overtime. Minster edges New Knoxville 39-36 with the final numbers. Mr. Jeff Quellhorst.
Yeah, couldn't be done in regulation here this evening. A great ball game by 2 good squads and 2 great coaches. If you look at the stats there, I'll start from the bottom up. The Rangers had 10 turnovers, 5 for the Wildcats. I mean, that's really good taking care of the ball there by the Wildcats. Rebounds pretty even, 29-24. Field goal percentage pretty even. Rangers only 2 of 10 from downtown though. Wildcats 5 of 14. That's good shooting towards down the stretch. They started a little cold with foul shots. 10 for 12 for the Rangers, 8 for 16 for the Wildcats. Only shooting 50%, but their defense paid off here in the second half and really willed them to a win, not allowing the Rangers to get any really easy good looks at all. Outstanding ball game by both squads.
Minster goes to 3-0 on the young season, 2-0 in the MAC. A great start to their league schedule. Rangers fall to 2-2 overall, and they're 0-1 in the MAC. Let's talk about our players of the game. Jeff, first start with New Knoxville. We'll go with Kenzie Schreier.
Yeah, Kenzie had 14 points here this evening. She handles the ball, had some nice cuts to the bucket, was 4 of 4 from the foul line, posted up, really got after it. She's a good leader on the floor for the Rangers and had a solid ball game to keep a minute down the stretch. And she had 10 points.
To thank Main Street Station for sponsoring that Player of the Game award. And now for Minster, sponsored by Minster McDonald's, we'll go with point guard Leanne Hilsman.
It wasn't a flashy game by Leanne Hilsman. She ended up with a couple big threes and a couple foul shots down in the second half. But it was the defense that she was able to put on the Rangers and really slow down a good offensive player. Kenzie Schreier had 14, but a lot of those weren't as good as when she got to the paint or extra cleanup points on her fast break. But
battle again. Several
Congratulations
people
to
have
Leanne, and thanks to McDonald's. And good game. Just what you expect the MAC basketball to be. 2 teams that is going to be towards the top of the league when it's all said and done. Played a great one here early in the season.
They did. 3-point ball game. This time it goes to the Wildcats. Last year it went to the Rangers. It's the back and forth battle, and we're talking a total of 5 points between 2 games. It's just the quality they put on the floor every night.
So that'll wrap it up for here. Minster prevails 39-36. In our NKTelco Sports van, our producer Daniel Allen, assisted by Andy Bundy. On camera, Isaac Sell, Tracy Luck, and Bryce Hamerick. For my partner, Jeff Quellhorst, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.